Hey there, it's Master Fox. Welcome to United Sports Taekwondo's Little Tiger Parent Orientation. Maybe you've had a chance to come to a new parent reception. If you have, that's great. You've seen this before and you can go through this pretty quickly and then just click continue if you're going through on Lupo TKD University, and that'll give you credit for having gone through it. And let's just begin with our mission. It's helping students to become better versions of themselves. And it takes all three to make that work. It begins with the student and supportive parents and your coaches. And here you see Master Travisani, myself, Miss Judy Braddock, and Miss Dale. And so we all work together. What we want to do is to instill perseverance and indomitable spirit. Those are two of the tenets of Taekwondo. And we want your children to understand that. That means on days where they don't feel like coming in, or they just, I know how it is with 4, 5, and 6-year-olds. Sometimes you just can't get them in the car. They don't want to leave the house, or it's hard because they lost a game, or something happened where they just feel very frustrated. And what we want to do is be an opportunity for them to learn to work through that frustration and learn how to handle that and get over those humps and realize success is on the other side. And if you haven't had a chance to join our Facebook group, please go ahead and do that. You see the URL there on the bottom. And join today. The Facebook group is our primary way of keeping parents informed of what's going on with schedules, unexpected closings. Like as I tape this today, we've got about an inch of ice coming down tonight, so we close for tonight. All that's on Facebook. I know not everyone is on Facebook. For those who aren't, we'll always email important things. But the Facebook group is much more than that. It's training videos. It's an opportunity for you to ask questions, not just of us, but of other parents as well. Practice tips, and it's just a great way to get to know everything that goes on inside the school. Now, if you haven't had your first class yet, if you've just had your orientation and you haven't come to your first class, sometimes, particularly with the little ones, they're going to feel afraid at first, and that's why we do a 6-week orientation. If they want to hide behind your leg, or if they're upset, they don't want to come in the room. And by the way, we do everything we can to try to prevent that. We do the private orientation, and if you've seen the Harry video about Harry's first martial arts class, it's all about previewing for young children so they know what's going to happen before it happens, because the unknown is always going to be scary for them. But let's just follow their lead. So they will adapt, but sometimes they might be a little slow. If they're struggling a little bit because they don't know anybody, we all get nervous when we don't know anybody. Just be patient. They have to come in the room, but they don't have to take the class the first time. Eventually they will. Just let them lead the way. And just keep breaking them. They'll be fine. So some rules and policies, things that are important to understand. Number one, we don't wear shoes on the mat. Please take them off before coming onto the mat. No food or drinks. And students are required to wear a full uniform. And if they forget their belt, that means they just line up at the end. Everyone forgets their belt sometime. It's no big deal. If you're going to wear a t-shirt underneath your uniform, it must be a plain white t-shirt. And fingernails and toenails have to be trimmed so nobody gets hurt by accident. And then parents, you set chairs up outside so you can all see everything that goes on. And any questions, please just let us know. Purchasing equipment, this isn't anything you need to worry about just yet. The first piece of equipment that you're probably going to want to get is a paddle target. That's going to help you to practice at home. If you haven't heard about that yet, we just ordered custom paddle targets, and available at a very good price with our logo on them. And it's an opportunity for you to work with the kids. You can hold the paddle and they kick it, and they hear that popping sound. They love that. That means they kicked it right. Some policies. Number one, please be on time. And for us, that means get there about 10 minutes before class starts. And have the kids go to the bathroom before class starts, because as you can imagine, when one little tiger has to go to the bathroom, they all have to go. And you can lose a class pretty quickly. So my policy is that emergencies happen if they have to go raise their hand. But they come back, they do 10 jumping jacks. And if they really have to go, 10 jumping jacks is no big deal. But that policy stops all of the copycats who don't really have to go. Please help us avoid the problem by just going before you come to class. And as far as attendance goes, we have a flexible schedule. It's what parents really love about our school. But let me suggest some days that'll work really well so that you can cover 2 skills every week. Make your first day a Monday, and then you can come Wednesday or Thursday or Saturday. If your first day is a Tuesday, make your next day a Wednesday, a Thursday, or a Saturday. You're guaranteed to get 2 separate skills, 2 of the 8 skills every week. If those don't work for you, how about Wednesday and Friday, or Friday and Saturday? We'll make it work. And if you can't come one particular day that you normally would come, totally flexible, just pick a different day. So a couple of things that are different from Taekwondo than other things that your kids do. We have to bow when you enter and leave the dojang. We shake hands with senior folks, and then after class, we do fist bumps. And please let your kids know, don't try to teach Taekwondo outside of the dojang. We don't want any accidents. We don't want anyone learning anything wrong or getting injured. So if you have somebody that your child wants to show what they do, just ask us for a VIP guest pass, and you can invite your friend to come to a class at any point. The kids all take an oath about showing respect for instructors and seniors. That means we address instructors as yes sir, yes ma'am. The kids don't say just yeah or no or okay or huh or what. It's always yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. And our titles are Mr. and Miss. So the exceptions are 4th degrees, which at the time of this recording, the master instructors, the 4th degrees, are Master Trevisani, we call him Master T, and myself. Anyone else is just Mr. or Miss. Here's the schedule, as you know, 5:15, and I already suggested days that would be good for you to come. And if you're a beginner, which if you're watching this you are, you'll always meet at Studio A. That's the one furthest away from the front of the building. So our curriculum is called Skills, and it's age-based, designed for 4 to 6-year-olds based on what kids can do physically, emotionally, cognitively, socially. So it's designed on those 4 things. There are 8 skills and 9 levels. You see the 8 skills on the left and the 9 levels on the right. The student builds confidence as they go through each level. It's the same 8 skills, but they get more difficult as you go to the higher ranks, moving from white all the way to black stripe. We're going to cover 2 skills every week. So in 4 weeks, we will have covered them, all 8, and then the cycle repeats itself. And then after 8 weeks, the 9th week is a makeup week. So any skills, any stripes that you didn't get, so we'll talk more about that, but you get a chance to earn stripes. Any stripes that you didn't get, you get that during makeup week. And then the test days will always be on a Monday. And our calendar is mapped out for all of 2018, so I can tell you every test day that's going to come this year. Please be aware of when they are and do your very, very best to make those days. And in order to test, you have to have at least 7 stripes. So when it's advancement time, so as we said, if you have 7 stripes, you can test. The test will always be on the 9th week. Your test time will, if you're a beginner, your test time will probably be at 5:15 when your class starts on that day. We can do makeups. We try to avoid them because they take a tremendous amount of time. So if we have to schedule a makeup time, there will be a slight charge for the private time for the instructor and for the room that we'll have to schedule that separately. So please do your best to be at the test date. Tests are $35 when they roll around. And oftentimes I'm asked, is my child ready to test? If they have their stripes, yes they are, because the test is just a culmination of all of the stripes that they've earned, that they've practiced all along. Your child may feel nervous, that's normal. They may not feel ready, that's normal. I just took a 4th degree black belt test this past summer. Quite frankly, I didn't feel ready, and I don't know any black belt that ever did feel ready for their black belt test. So your child may be nervous, great. We want them to feel a little nervous if they do, because that's life, and so they're just learning how to face that. Don't let that stop them. Different kinds of events that are going to happen at United Sports Taekwondo that we do. We host all kinds of events, such as women's self-defense classes. I go into schools and I talk about anti-bullying or goal setting. So if you have a scouting organization, or maybe through your work, if you'd like us to come in and talk about any of those things, or have you guys come into our school and do an adult-oriented kind of self-defense, or for the scouts to do something about goal setting, or I'm an Eagle Scout myself, so I often combine scouts and martial arts and talk about goal setting. Several times a year we're going to do parent nights out, so just drop the kids off with us. Go enjoy yourself for a couple of hours, and we've got it under control. You're all invited to Thursday nights with Mr. Hagan to do a Get Fit class. No martial arts experience is needed. All you need to be willing to do is work out and get a good sweat on and come train with us. It's 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock on Thursday nights. This is a totally free benefit for you as a parent in our school. Just come work out with us. It's some older students, no 4, 5, and 6-year-olds in this class, of course, and parents working at their own level. Mr. Hagan will push you, but within reason. And then we like to let everybody know about our birthday parties. I'm really proud of our birthday party team. They've really come up to speed and have surpassed every expectation I could have had. I have yet to have a birthday party that I didn't finish and go, wow, that was really an awesome party. But more importantly, the parents tell us that. And just feel free to ask on Facebook, and they'll tell you. The kids get to cut their cake with my sword. They break a board in front of all of their friends. As opposed to going to a local fun zone or any place in the area, we know your kids. So we're going to make sure that they have the best birthday party ever. I guarantee it. Matt Chats with Harry and Friends. Each month offers a new theme to help the children develop their character. In class, homeschool, and community. Let me see if I can get this link to work, just to introduce you to Harry. And most of you have probably seen Harry's first martial arts class. Let's see if this will work. Yeah, maybe. There we go.
Hi, I'm Harry, and I'm proud to be the one to welcome you and your family to the most awesomest martial arts school ever. I'm looking forward to seeing you in class. Have a super day.
Bye, Harry. All right, let's see if we can get back to where I want to go. There we go. And we're back. So a couple more slides and we'll let you guys get on with your day. If you have not had a chance to give us a review yet on Facebook or Google, please go ahead and do that. Parents tell us that they chose our school because of the great reviews that they saw online. So I'm going to ask you a small favor, and that's to go ahead and add to that. Give us 5 stars and a couple of sentences about, so far, what you love about our school. And if you haven't had enough time with us to draw those conclusions, take as much time as you need, and whenever you feel ready, you can just go to our public Facebook page, United Sports Taekwondo on Facebook, and go ahead and like us and give us a review there. Or if you have a Gmail account, go to United Sports Taekwondo. Just Google United Sports Taekwondo and leave your review right there. We really appreciate it, and more importantly, I know that other parents do, and that's why they call us. Hey guys, that's it. I want to welcome you to our family. I look forward to working with you and your children for many, many years, and I hope the Taekwondo can be in your life what it's meant to mine and so many people. Make it a great day.